Okay, so picture this. Everything you think you know about history is built on one single solid pillar. But then you find out that pillar, it's not the foundation, not even close. It's just another brick in the wall, laid way after the real work was done. That's the kind of earth-shattering shift we're diving into today as we unpack how one single revelation completely reshaped an entire universe.
As long as anyone can remember, the man known as Icon was the beginning. Augustus Freeman IV. He was the definitive elder statesman of the Milestone universe, the guy all the other heroes looked up to, the starting point on the map. His legacy, it wasn't just part of history, it was history.
And this timeline right here, it just drives that point home. He shows up on Earth in 1839. Think about that for a second. That's nearly 200 years of lived experience of watching empires rise and fall from the inside. He wasn't just some guy who read about history. He was literally its living, breathing embodiment.
So yeah, he was that unshakable pillar we were talking about. And his seniority, it wasn't just about being old, right? It was about real authority. His spot in the history of heroes felt, well, absolute. A fixed point in all the chaos.
So let's just recap. Foundational pillar, elder statesman, the guy who kicked off the whole heroic age, all thanks to that 1839 origin story. His authority felt untouchable. But what if that's not the whole story? What if there's a huge piece missing?
Because right now, a new claim is bubbling to the surface. And this isn't just some little footnote for the history books. No, this threatens to rip the pages right out. What if that whole secure, established history was just plain wrong?
And the big reveal is so simple, but man is it devastating. Icon, he wasn't the first. Just let that sink in. All that history, all that authority, it's all built on a lie. Someone else was here first.
And that someone is Dharma. He's claiming the title of the first superhero. Now, his power doesn't come from some advanced alien biology like Icon's. Nah, this is something older, something mystical. It's a power over time itself, born right here on Earth, and it goes back way before any spaceship showed up. And just look at what this does to the timeline. That neat little starting point in 1839? Gone. Shattered. Dharma's been active, potentially, since the literal dawn of time. Suddenly, Icon isn't the OG anymore. He's just the new guy, showing up late to a game that's been going on for eons.
So you can see this isn't just a simple rivalry, right? This is a head-on collision of ideologies. We've got two different patriarchs, two founding fathers, with completely opposite ideas about what it means to protect the world.
Okay, in one corner you have Icon. Let's call him the moral guardian. He's all about visible history, playing by the rules of human law, and respecting individual free will. But in the other corner, you've got Dharma, the cosmic architect. This guy works from the shadows, pulling the strings on hidden timelines, all to serve his idea of some grand design.
And this creates a huge power imbalance. Dharma basically claims the intellectual high ground. From where he's sitting, Icon's core beliefs in truth and justice, they're kind of cute, quaint. He sees people as just numbers, statistics in a big cosmic game. And here's the kicker. He suggests that Icon even becoming a hero wasn't really a choice. It was just another move on Dharma's chessboard, something he saw coming, maybe even planned.
And that's a fight Icon can't just win with his fists. Look, his power is off the charts, but it's grounded in physics, in biology. Dharma's power, that's on another level. It's metaphysical. He's got leverage on reality itself. It's almost like a divine right to rewrite history. Seriously, how do you even begin to fight someone who uses time as a weapon?
Now, this massive clash between these two titans, it doesn't just stay between them. The shockwaves ripple out. It completely fractures the idea of a heroic legacy, and it leaves the next generation of heroes standing on really shaky ground with, well, an impossible choice.
So for them, the question is huge. Which founding father do you follow? The guy you've looked up to your whole life? Or the one who claims he's been there since the beginning? Do you go with the moral guardian or the cosmic architect?
Let's look at Rocket. She's a pragmatist, right? She's already had a taste of how Dharma's secretive shadow cabinet works. Now that he's claiming to be the original hero, all his shady methods suddenly have this weight of ancient tradition behind them. His secrecy doesn't seem like a character flaw anymore. It looks more like a necessary evil, a burden he has to carry. So can she really just dismiss that?
And then you've got Static. He's the young idealist, and he's stuck right in the middle of this. How are you supposed to figure out your future when the two biggest role models from the past are basically at war with each other?
The whole idea of a mentor is broken, and it leaves these younger heroes without a clear compass. They're totally on their own.
So, when you boil it all down, this is way more than just a power struggle. It's a fight for history. The very definition of what it means to be a superhero, what a hero should be, is up for grabs. The soul of their whole world is on the line.
And this is the choice it all comes down to, really. Should a hero be a public figure, like Icon, out there inspiring people, trying to make the world a better place? Or should a hero be a secret guardian, like Dharma, where the only thing that matters is preserving the timeline, no matter what it costs?
For Icon, this whole thing becomes deeply and, frankly, chillingly personal. He now has to figure out how to live with a guy who claims he's been watching him since he was literally an infant in a crashed spaceship. Imagine that. Every choice he's ever made, every action he's ever taken, suddenly feels like it was being watched, maybe even predicted.
And that leaves us with the one big question that's going to define the future of this entire universe. Whose story wins? Which version of history will the next generation choose to believe in and build their future on? The aliens or the mystics?